So we are back for match number 22. Match number 22, USPL Phase 2. Florida Sharks taking on the Texas Cowboys.
Hello, welcome to match number 22 between Texas Cowboys and Florida Sharks. I have Adil, the standing captain for Texas Cowboys. You won the toss and decided to bat. Why is it so?
Yeah, the weather is nice and wicket seems to be good and flat, so we have a good batting. Let's see if we can put on good total.
Excellent. And what has been your experience so far playing in the Phase 2 of the US Premier League with all the teams?
It's been amazing. The ground is very beautiful, and you guys put up good work, and we're looking forward, and hopefully everything goes well.
Right. Thanks, Adil, and wish you all the best.
Thank you.
I also have Kirk, who is Florida Sharks captain. Kirk, you're bowling. What's your reaction to that?
We're pretty happy with bowling first. That was the plan anyway that I think we were going to look for. See if we can get the team out for as little as possible. Chasing here always goes well for us, as everybody knows, so we can stick to the plan of bowling first.
You're right now standing at number 5 in the points table. How would you like to move up now with this game and another game remaining?
Well, I think as long as we win the next two games, I think we finish in third position. We can still finish second, so our game plan is just to win the games and enjoy the playoffs as usual.
All the best, Kirk, and thank you.
Thank you.
The news is Texas Cowboys has won the toss and they are batting first.
We are almost ready for play. The umpires, and you saw them walk out on screen. Umpires Brian Kane and Ron McFarlane. We are ready for play. Match number 22 about to get underway. And Kellen Carmichael makes some some last minute adjustments here to the field. Moving his fine leg into a straighter position. Here's the first ball of match 22. Back and across goes Raja, plays up to the offside and can't score. And in this matchup, it promises to be an interesting one because it has implications for where teams will land in the points table at the end of today's matchups. Already on top of the table is Pennsylvania Cavaliers, who are undefeated at 5-0. And down the leg side, this will open the account here for the Texas Cowboys. They're away with an extra. And so they're up and running. Starts with a wide ball here. So one wide will open the account for the Texas Cowboys. And again, I was making the point that the winner here on the afternoon will change positions in the table. Presently, the Florida Sharks are sitting in 5th position at 2-3. The Texas Cowboys are sitting one place behind in 6th place at 1-4. So Florida Sharks, should they win, they would move on to 6 points, joining the Maryland Mavericks and the Carolina Eagles, as Jihan is up and away. So he gets away with a single here. In fact, 2. Yep, got it. So a couple of runs here to Imran Raja. Gets him off. Get his account, opens his account. And we're at 3 for none in the first over here, being bowled by Kellen Carmichael. The Texas Cowboys winning the toss. And as they've done customarily straight away, they've elected to take first strike. And he's trapped on the crease, and he's gone. Trapped on the crease is Imran Raja. The finger goes up from umpire Kane. And so Kellen Carmichael strikes in over number 1. And he removes Imran Raja for 2. It's 3 for 1 in over number 1.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So Johan strides to the middle, replaces Imran Raja, who went leg before wicket to Kellen Carmichael for 2. So he has one remaining delivery here in over number 1. Here's Carmichael. And he'll start with a wide. So that moves the Cowboys total up to 4. And so Carmichael, a couple of extras here in this first over, both wides. So we'll have to reload to bowl his final ball of the over. Turned into the onside and in quickly to prevent the batters from getting a single. And so the over comes to an end. A successful one from a Florida Shark standpoint. It's 4 off the over, 4 for 1 after 1.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So Smith Patel will continue the attack. So he starts with a good ball, steered up into the offside. Raj Nanan is in the way. Smith Patel has been one of the brighter spots for the Florida Sharks. From a bowling standpoint, has done everything just about right. Smith so far this is whipped away towards backward square. This will be the first boundary off the innings for the Texas Cowboys, and it comes off the blade of Jihan Senanayake. He's up and running. clean looking strike through the onside. And clinical in the execution. Score goes up to 8. So ball angled down the leg side from Smith Patel. And Jihan takes full advantage. This is in the air, up and over extra cover. It runs up towards the cover boundary and pull back just inside. Not before the batters are able to cross for a couple. Kevin Stout, I think, the man giving chase there. And so 2 more to Jihan, pushes him up to 6, total up to 10 now for the loss of Imran Raja, who went leg before wicket in the first over. First wicket falling at 3 early in the power play. Always the benefit of the bowling unit to pick up early wickets, and so very satisfied perhaps with their start. Turned into the onside, straight to mid wicket, and can't score. So good, enterprising, bright beginning for the Florida Sharks unit, defending champions from Phase 1, or the champions of Phase 1, if not defending. Phase 2, it's totally different outcome. A swing and a miss and an ambitious looking drive through the offside from Jihan. Doesn't get bat on ball on this occasion. Final ball then upcoming in over number 2 for the Florida Sharks, who were asked to take the field first after the Cowboys won the toss earlier. And this one is defended into the offside, right straight up to Rajnanan. That will close out over number 2, 6 runs from it. It's 10 for 1 after 2.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
This one cut away towards third man. Will result in a boundary. So 4 more to, this time it's Johan. He gets off the mark with a boundary. So he's up and running. So the Texas Cowboys needing a win here, trying to improve their fortunes. Bottom half of the table matchup for the Sharks, trying to improve their fortunes as well. They're battling at 2 and 3, so just trying to get to a 500 record. Hit well through the onside. Vacant backward square. Runs here for Johan. He's away with a couple of boundaries here in this over. As you see the ball going there into the vacant backward square region. As Kellon Carmichael guilty of going down the wrong line there. And pays the price. 18 for no loss. Or 18 for the loss of 1, correction. Turned away again. This time, fine leg is there, but it goes by him. And so 4 more to Johan. So he's away a couple of effective strikes. And so he pushes on. Into the 20s goes the Texas Cowboys. 22 for 1, the total on the board. Match 22 underway. So lots of 2s everywhere. This one will be called a wide. So already an expensive over this from Kellen Carmichael. 13 conceded already. Only 4 balls, or only four overs, 4 deliveries recorded. On the track and tugging this one into the onside. Oh, gets through the man at mid-wicket. And that's Patel. Does recover though. Keeps the batters to just a couple. So Johan pushes quickly up to 14. Having faced just 6 balls in his inning so far. Again, another wide ball upcoming here. So Carmichael has lost the plot. And already he's sent through some four wides, totaling 4. 2 in this over, 2 in his previous over as well. So wide starting to add up here for him. Hit down the ground towards Ronaldo at long on. So they'll complete the single to complete the over. 17 runs from it. And so with 3 gone, it's 27 for 1.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है. इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com. यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो. विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So another single then to Johan as he pushes up to 16. Perhaps a single was never in the offing there. There's Garanshu Sharma out in the deep. So Johan going for a change of equipment. The Texas Cowboys off to a reasonable start. They're going at just over 8, just under 9 and over. Partnership of 25 between these two. As they came together on the dismissal of Imran Raja, fell with the score at 3. And so Sinanayake and Samara Wickrama looking to build from here. Johan Samara Wickrama, a hard-hitting batsman, clean striker of the ball. And he's in the air, goes in the deep, well caught. It is Kellon Carmichael running across, and he scoops it. And so the second wicket falls here. Jihan Senanayake, he has to go. Well caught in the deep by Kellon Carmichael. 28 for 2.
As per the performance of the previous year, we can see that. हाँ बेबी, कुछ नहीं.
सुबह क्या भूल गए?
Breakfast भूल गया. कर लूँगा.
इतनी बार बोला है, ऐसे मत लेट
So
किया करो.
3 minutes.
अभी तुम्हारे पेट में एसिडिटी हो
बेबी
जाएगी.
रखूँ. हाँ.
बेबी की चिट चैट 3 मिनट्स में इम्पॉसिबल. मगर MTR का 3 मिनट उपमा जस्ट ऐड हॉट वाटर, मिक्स, कवर और 3 मिनट्स में रेडी. MTR 3 मिनट ब्रेकफास्ट, इंडिया का ब्रेकफास्ट.
So the new batter walks to the middle in the form of Adil Naushawan. So Adil has been going through a rough patch here in the USPL in Phase 2. A couple of ducks consecutively to his record. So he has been twice. He has been dismissed in one occasion, just faced one ball. In the second, I think last week, he might have faced one as well, perhaps two the most. So sitting on a pair, wanting to get off here. So Adil reaches forward, steers this one into the third man region. So he's up and running straight away, and so off that dreaded mark for the first time in a few games. And so Adil pushes the tally up to 29 and brings Johan back onto strike. Johan Samara Wikrama has been a mainstay in the batting lineup here for the Texas Cowboys. Gets a slow ball that he's defending. Picks out Raj Nanan at backward point. Slow going here for the Texas Cowboys. It's a decent start, not a quick fire start by any means, as they are peeling for the wicket off Johan. Now the ball is thrown away, so they'll come across for a single in the end, maybe a leg by. And so we get the confirmation. And so that will get Adil back onto strike. 30 for 2 the total on the board. Umpires for today's matchup, Brian Kane and Rowan McFarlane. Brian Kane walking across to the other side with the left-hander coming onto strike. Adil Naushawan, the new man, left-hander. And so there is some movement in the field here as the field adjusts. Captain Kirk Thompson comes over into the extra cover position, patrolling there. And ball outside the off stump, angled away. And that will close out the over. A successful one for the Florida Sharks. 3 runs come from it. It's at 30 for 2.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता. इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com. यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो. विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So Cullen Carmichael starts for his third over. 1 for 21 from 2. So his first over cost him just 2 runs. Second cost him, well, that's the first over including the wides, cost him 4 runs. Second cost him 17. Down the track and swinging towards the mid-wicket region. Around comes Smith Patel. And so Johan will turn the strike over. Again, the sun has disappeared behind the clouds here at SUNY Purchase. And it's been sort of a cat and mouse sort of existence all day, morning into the afternoon. The sun claiming its dominance one moment, and then clouds reclaiming its positioning on the day. For now, it's the clouds that have taken over. There's another good delivery this from Carmichael, just whizzing outside the off stump of Adil Naushawan. Naushawan is a quality player, top all-rounder, has all the shots in the books, but maybe searching for a bit of confidence here. A couple of low scores behind his name, including a couple of ducks in the last 2 matches. And if we should go back to the Texas Cowboys' last match against the Pennsylvania Cavaliers, Naushawan got 1 ball there. And then in the prior match before that, against the Carolina Eagles, he also, on that one against the Carolina Eagles, he got 21. This one is, taken in the deep. So another one goes down, and this time is the big fish, as he is well caught in the deep. And as we try to determine who actually took the catch there, as the wicket falls, and so Adil goes again for another low score. So we'll pick up the catcher momentarily. It's 31 for 3. We're in over number 5.
As per the performance of the previous year, we can see that. हाँ बेबी, कुछ नहीं.
सुबह क्या भूल गए?
Breakfast भूल गया. कर लूँगा.
इतनी बार बोला है, ऐसे मत लेट किया करो.
3 minutes.
अभी तुम्हारे पेट में एसिडिटी हो
बेबी
रही है.
रखूँ. हाँ.
बेबी की चिट-चैट 3 minutes में? Impossible. मगर MTR का 3-minute उपमा. Just add hot water, mix, cover और 3 minutes में ready. MTR 3-minute breakfast. India का breakfast.
Side hider. Thank you. So side hider strides to the middle, and he'll face 1 ball here from Carmichael, and he's turning this one away towards backward square. Smith Patel charging, does well, and so they scamper through for a couple, and so 2 runs to Saeed. He's up and running. That closes out the over. So another successful one for the Florida Sharks, where they pick up a wicket. They concede 3 runs. It's 33 for 3 after 5.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता. इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com. यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो. विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So we're back for the final over of the power play. Johan Samara Wikrama, the batsman, on strike. He's scored 17 from 13 balls so far. And has essentially anchored the innings to this point. Not a blistering start. Oh, hits this well. This one will go. First CBTF maximum off the Texas Cowboys innings. And Johan getting one above the eye line, full in the slot. And he punishes it, hits it straight down the ground. First of the afternoon. So a very powerful striker is Johan Samara Wikrama. Question is, can he hang around long enough to make his presence felt and to anchor shepherd this innings for the Texas Cowboys? They're badly in need of a win. And so any contribution that he can make of substance with the bat will help their cause. Cowboys searching for a spot in the championship round of phase 2. It's the top half of the table. So ready, somewhat set. This one is hit hard. Oh, goes through mid-off and away for another boundary. So a hard hit ball, and it was hit towards the mid-off region, and you see it here on the back foot, just shifting his weight. And not a good effort by the fielder there. And that's 4 good-looking runs. Johan will take that all day long. So 43 then the total. As the fielder returns into the field of play, we'll pick up who it is momentarily. Looks might be Sufyan, the man. No, in fact, Ijaz Safi, the man who was posted there. Now he has been replaced. Captain puts himself there now. So Kirk Thompson. And that will only record as a dot in the book. So 10 already conceded in this over. A couple of big strikes. Lusty blow struck by Johan. One CBTF maximum, the other somewhat of a less than stellar effort by Ijaz Safi down the track and driving. This time it goes up to the man who had just been positioned at mid-off. And this time he picks up cleanly, makes no mistake. And so, as the gods in cricket would have it, the position that you move from, the next ball, the position you move to, the next ball finds you there. And this time he does a much better job, does Safi. And this one outside the off stump will close out the power play. 10 runs from it. Power play done. It's 43 for 3.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cptfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cptfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So Carmichael will bowl straight through here. 3 overs, 2 for 24, so he'll finish up. 43 for 3, the total on the board. Side hider, the man on strike, has faced just 1 ball so far. Has been there for quite some time, but has had a front row seat watching Johan Samara Wikrama work. Works this one again away off the hip down to backward square. Almost a wide long leg position. So Johan will come back onto strike. Johan has been very effective so far, 27 from 18, striking it at 150. So not a bad strike rate at the top. 3 wickets lost in the power play for the 44 runs, for the 43 runs that were put on the board by the Texas Cowboys. So things could have been much worse. As across goes Carmichael, fielding his own bowling. As the sun emerges once again here at SUNY Purchase. And the brilliant, certainly the backdrop of the trees behind this playing facility. A fantastic effort. This one is pulled, and Smits can't get to it this time. It goes through. And so Johan working here through the onside, a powerfully built man, pulling a delivery that was shortish, angled towards the leg stump. And he latches onto it and makes the most of it. Pushes himself into the 30s, so he's accounted for 31 off the 48 runs on the board here for the Texas Cowboys as they knock on the verge of a milestone. This one is punched away through backward point, but protection there. And so no chance to add to the total. So right now, Johan accounting for 64, almost 65% of the runs on the board for the Texas Cowboys. Down the track, and this one is going off the edge and running towards the third man region. So he'll pick up a single, and that will move him up to 32 and again inch the Cowboys closer to that first milestone, first team milestone. As you see, our associate sponsor, the MTR, the producers of the Batum drink. As this one is defended, that will close out the over. 6 from it. It's 7 gone. The Texas Cowboys batting first here against the Sharks. They're 49 for 3.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है. इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com. यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो. विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So a new bowler comes into the attack. And this time it's Kevin Stout, the man who has been given the ball. So he'll continue where Smit Patel left off. Smit Patel, 3 overs, 1 for 18. And so Kevin Stout will pick up the attack with the Texas Cowboys on the verge of crossing their first milestone. They're on 49. Partnership of 18 so far between these two. And this will bring up the 50 as wides, 5 of them for the Florida Sharks as they concede 5 wides here to put the Texas Cowboys over the 50 mark. So 50 comes up in the 8th over effectively, even though a legal delivery is yet to be recorded in the over. $54 for 3. Oh, hit well into the onside. Man comes in, can't get to it. And this one will run away into the boundary. So Smits tried to, went aggressively at the ball, tried to convert an opportunity into a catch. In the end, wasn't able to get to it. And once the ball went by him, it did go into the boundary. So good effort by Smith Patel in the deep. And perhaps in those situations may have to make a judgment very quickly, and then at the very least look to protect the boundary. Ah, this hit well down the ground, and this one is gone a long way into the deep, and it may have struck a car out there. And it did strike a car. So we'll pause here. It's gone for a maximum. It's a CBTF maximum. And so white ball to continue for Stout, and this time he comes back with a bit better delivery, bowling into the surface this time. 65 for 3, the total on the board. As now men are going to move their cars around. Sandeep he goes get his expensive car out of there. So 65 for 3. And there's a no ball upcoming here, so another unforced error by the Texas Cowboys, by the Florida Sharks rather. Free hit, and doesn't take full advantage, but it will run away for another boundary. Could be byes coming here. In fact, wides it is. And so you'll have to re-bowl that to an expensive over this already. As 22 off this over so far. The free hit is still in effect because the delivery was not a legal delivery. And so far, only, in fact, 10, 11 runs coming off the bat in this over, 11 coming by way of extras. So 50-50 between legitimately earned runs and runs that have been freebies, giveaways. And here is a free hit ball to boot. And this is hit well down the ground towards Ronaldo Mohammed. He can't save it. So that's 4 more. And so again, only 3. That's the 4th ball in the over. And it's already 75 for 3. And what an over this is. 26 off it so far. And still a couple more delivers remain. And so Johan already up to 46. And he is going at better than a 170 strike rate. Striking it at 170.4. And so he is really on the charts here. Johan having a good afternoon so far. And he'll have a chance here perhaps to get a personal milestone. Can he cross a 50 here? He's knocking on the door. 26 off the over. 2 balls still remain. Hits this one well into the gap towards mid-wicket. Can they get there? No. So that's 4 more. That's 50 for Johan Samara Wickrama. And 50 comes up in good time. 50 comes off of just 28 balls. He was striking it at 179. 2 CBTF maximums, 8 fours. And so what a performance by Johan Samara Wickrama. 79 then the score. 30 off the over so far. 1 ball remain. And this will be tugged away. 4 more. So 34 off the over. And my word, what an over that was from Kevin Stout. 83 for 3. And Texas Cowboys taking a liking to the Florida Sharks here, putting a licking on this bowling. So it's 8 gone, 83 for 3.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है. इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com. यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो. विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
Ijaz Safi. So Ijaz Safi will continue the attack after the onslaught on Kevin Stout. He conceded 34 runs, which has to be a record in the USPL. 34 runs off 1 over. And as we often say, Johan, remember that man has a family. Conceded 34, in fact, 2 sixes, 1 6 in the over and 4 fours. And then most of the other runs conceded were by extras. 10 wides, 11 wides in the over, plus a no ball. So 12 extras in total. And then, of course, the 22 runs that came in by way of boundaries. A big over from a Texas Cowboys standpoint. So a couple of good deliveries here from Ijaz Safi to start over number 9. As side hider just looking to keep the scoreboard moving. Turning the strike over should be forefront in his mind. 70 balls remaining. Texas Cowboys won the toss early this afternoon. Straight away they elected to post the total. Short, pulled into the long leg region, gone for a boundary. And cannot bowl that pace, cannot bowl short at that pace to a batter the quality of Saeed Azim Haider. And he was all over it in a flash. And so a pounding happening here at the moment. The Florida Sharks are under pressure. Texas Cowboys going at better than 10 runs and over. On course for a total close to 200. And batters out in the middle seem well set. At least the man standing at the non-striker's end at the moment, Johan Samara Wickrama, a set batsman at this point, has been among the runs all season long and has put bowlers to the sword. Safi defended into the onside. They easily scrambled through for a single as Ronaldo Ali Mohammed can't stop one. So the score moves along. A matchup of bottom half of the table teams. And this time delivery is pushing Johan backwards onto the back foot to defend. And so the length forces Johan on the back foot, just hopping backwards. And just defending into the offside, just keeping the ball in the square. And this one is hit well, up and over Rajnanan, gone the distance. Another CBTF maximum. And so it's Johan on the go. He goes upstairs. And so now it's 94 as the over comes to an end. 11 from it. 94 for 3.
As per the performance of the previous year, we can see that. हाँ बेबी, कुछ नहीं.
सुबह क्या भूल गए?
ब्रेकफास्ट भूल गया. कर लूंगा.
इतनी बार बोला है, ऐसे मत लेट किया करो.
3 minutes.
अभी तुम्हारी ट्रीट में एसिडिटी हो
बेबी
रही है.
रखूं. हाँ.
बेबी की चिट चैट 3 minutes में इम्पॉसिबल. मगर MTR का 3 minute उपमा जस्ट ऐड हॉट वाटर, मिक्स, कवर और 3 minutes में रेडी. MTR 3 minute breakfast, इंडिया का ब्रेकफास्ट.
So Ronaldo Mohammed has been given the ball here, so he becomes the 5th bowler employed by Captain Kirk Thompson, as the Florida Sharks bowlers have come under pressure here. So Mohammed replaces Kevin Stout, who bowled 1 over, conceded 34 runs. Hijaz Safi came back after Mohammed, after Stout, and bowled 1 over for 11. Smith Patel bowled 3 overs, 1 for 18, and Carmichael bowled his full allotment of 4 overs, 2 for 30. And so the Texas Cowboys are looking to make hay while the sun is shining, and the sun is shining at the moment. So 66 balls remain, or 11 overs. Here's Ronaldo. Starts with a ball outside the off stump. That side hitter is looking to steer away through the third man region. Doesn't get bat onto ball. And when we survey the field here at SUNY Purchase, we see Florida Sharks employing mostly a packed offside field. And this one is short. Poor delivery, hit away towards the fine leg region. Protection down there. And they scamper through for 1. A short ball, given the treatment, but side hitter not getting a hold of it as well as he would have liked. Only 2 fielders on the onside, 1 at square leg, in fact 3, 1 at a long leg, a square leg short, and then a man straight down the ground, the Captain Kirk Thompson himself at long on. And otherwise it's a packed offside field. So Ronaldo can't go short, can't bowl short with the field that he has in place. Certainly he's got a man at third man, a man at backward point, extra cover deep on the boundary. He's got a cover and a long off down the ground and hit towards long off. Rajnanan is out and deep, and they challenge for 2, and they will get 2 easily, as so a long way in the distance was Rajnanan. He tried to make a strong throw, but was challenged, and in the end they get 2 easily. So the Cowboys inch closer to the 3-figure mark. That would be their 2nd milestone, team milestone of their innings. Short, looking to steer this one is Johan, not making any contact this time. And we have seen an interesting ebb and flow in this matchup. First 6 overs, conceded 43 runs, so the Cowboys were going at 7 and over in the power play. But then a couple of big overs subsequently has pushed their going rate up now close to 10. And on pace here to be at about 9.7 at least 9.7 and over after this one. We're one delivery shy of the halfway mark here, the halfway point, midway the innings for the Texas Cowboys. He won the toss earlier, decided they would have a ball. Here's Ronaldo. Gets a ball that's being pulled into the onside, and they'll get at least one. That's all they'll get. So a good over from Ronaldo Ali Mohammed. Only 4 runs conceded. And so we're at the midway point. 10 overs gone. It's 98 for 3. So Ijaz Safi to continue. His first over went for 11. This one hit in the air towards Kirk Thompson. He takes it. What a catch by the captain. Tosses it in. He had to make a lot of ground to get to it. Got there in the end. And desperation at the very last moment as the ball seemed to be swirling away from him. It looked for a moment that he had overrun it. That you see him here jubilantly tossing the ball back in. And so the 4th wicket falls. Johan goes for 63 off 36 balls. Is now 98 for 4.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So Johan goes 63 off 36, 3 CBTF maximums, 9 fours in that innings. And he would have batted for 50 minutes as Rizwan Mazar goes to the middle. He'll be at the non-striker's end for the moment. Side Eider would have crossed with the ball in the air, so he'll be the man on strike. Good work by the captain, leading from in front, taking a brilliant catch in the end. Oh, getting a ball that's keeping low. So Side Eider, ball pitched short, was on the back foot looking to pull, and then had to adjust. Very, very late adjustment, and recognizing, in fact, you see him pointing at the surface there as if to say, what is happening out here? As the ball kept very low. But he does well to dig it out, continues to fight for another day. 98 still the score on the board. Here is Safi running away. And this one is cut away. Man position at third man deep. And so he'll cut that one off. But 99 now the total. Score pushes up by 1. And so the Cowboys on the verge of crossing over the 3-figure mark. Rizwan Mazar on to strike for the first time. Here is Ijaz Safi. And he's back and across, punching this one up into the offside, up towards the mid-off region. And so that will get Mazar's account open. Up and away he goes. Brings up the 100 for the Texas Cowboys. 100 comes up in over number 11. just past the midway point of the 11th over. So good start this for the Texas Cowboys. They're clipping at just about 10 and over almost. And the Florida Sharks will have to put in a good effort here to pull this one back, to pull this run rate back. Do not appear to have the services of Rajnanan, at least with the ball. This one defended again into the offside. And there can be no run. So one ball remaining in over number 11. And this very interesting matchup. Two good teams, two teams trying to find their footing in this phase 2 of the tournament. Phase 1 did go to the Florida Sharks, so they are the champions of phase 1. Haven't had the same fortunes. Here in phase 2, this will be a wide. And so a couple wide ball to add to the Texas Cowboys tally. 101 for 4 over at number 11. About to close out. Hit well through the offside. Man in the deep. Positioned well out there. And the batters cross for 1. That's all they'll get. As Garancho Sharma gets it back in. The over comes to an end. 4 from it. It's 102 for 4.
As per the performance of the previous year, we can see that. हाँ बेबी, कुछ नहीं.
सुबह क्या भूल गए?
Breakfast भूल गया. कर लूँगा.
इतनी बार बोला है, ऐसे मत लेट किया करो.
3 minutes.
अभी तुम्हारे पेट में एसिडिटी हो
बेबी
जाएगी.
रखूँ. हाँ.
बेबी की चिट चैट 3 मिनट्स में इम्पॉसिबल. मगर MTR का 3 मिनट उपमा जस्ट ऐड हॉट वाटर, मिक्स, कवर और 3 मिनट्स में रेडी. MTR 3 मिनट ब्रेकफास्ट, इंडिया का ब्रेकफास्ट.
So the ball back with Ronaldo. First over cost him 4 runs. And there's an appeal. Not even close. A half-hearted appeal in the end. So 4 runs conceded by Ronaldo in his first over, which was one of the better overs we've seen. We saw just licks being passed out by Johan Samara Wikrama, just taking a liking to Kevin Stout in particular, as he scored some 22 runs off him. That came off the bat. In fact, 24. Well, 20. Well, let's go back so we don't guess. So 20, Johan scored 10, 20, 22 runs off the bat. And then another 12 runs came by way of extras. 34 run over. One of the most expensive we've seen in all of USPL. And so we perhaps will have seen the last of Kevin Stout. And so Captain Kirk Thompson has turned to Ronaldo Ali Mohammed, as this one is going towards the third man region. And no signal from the umpire, so the ball would have been played and may not have carried to the keeper. Nonetheless, Rizwan gets off strike. 104 for 4, 50 balls remaining the innings for the Texas Cowboys, who won the toss and have elected to post the total. Ball hit well into the offside. In comes, through the hands of Rajnanan. And rarely do you see that happen. And that is perhaps because Rajnanan is not at 100%. In fact, that's part of the reason why he's not bowling. And now you see him hold on to the hand there. that would have sustained the injury, and so now he has to go off. Abhishek will be coming on as he will come in for Raj Nanan. So Abhijit Gawade comes on for Raj Nanan. So final ball here will close out the 12th over. And so 7 runs from it. It's 109 for 4 after 12.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So Tayson Sheikh has been given the ball. He will continue the attack. And he'll bowl to side Hyder. Hyder given a chance in the previous over, as he would have struck a ball up towards Raj Nanan, who was playing with an injury. He got injured in the match last week and was included in the 11 today to start, and because of that injury was not called upon to bowl. Of course, we know Raj, one of the top all-rounders and a quality bowler for the Florida Sharks, and so was not able to take the catch that was the ball, the opportunity for a catch that was hit towards him and burst through the hands and re-injured that hand. So he has gone off, replaced by Abhijit Gawade, and so Gawade will take a post position in the offside, and in fact and asked to plug a pretty big hole here for the Florida Sharks, who are missing the services of Raj Nanan, a key ingredient in their lineup, a key component, and so he'll watch from the sidelines for the time being. So Tayson Sheikh comes on, and he starts with a delivery that's worked into the onside up towards Kellen Carmichael, and the batters just amble through for an easy single, so that will rotate the strike then to Mazar. Slower ball again. This time it's worked into the onside by Mazar. So Rizwan Mazar content just to turn the strike over. "46 balls remain for the Texas Cowboys. If they should go run a ball, they'll be looking at a total in the range of about 160. We saw 160 being chased down easily, fairly easily, in the first match, in the first game of this doubleheader between the New Jersey Titans and the Mavericks. New Jersey Titans improving to 5-1. This is it well, up and over into the parking lot. Another maximum here for CBTF, maximum for the Texas Cowboys. And it's off the blade of Side Hider. And he goes big, takes himself up to 24. And Side Hider, if Rajnanan had been at 100%, would probably be sitting in the hut. As Rajnanan, rarely do you see him put down what would be a regulation catch usually. And this one is hit well up into the long off region. Ronaldo is out there in the deep. Can't stop one. So one more then to Side Hider. Pushes up to 25. Texas Cowboys on the go. Going at just over 9 and over now. This one is being pulled down the leg side to a short fine leg position. And comes up throwing, but not the best return. Nonetheless, we get the leg by signal from umpire Brian Kane. That will close out another over, the 13th. And so after 13, it's 119 for 4. So 119 for 4. 13 overs gone. And in fact, Smith Patel has been reinserted. So Ronaldo Mohammed takes a break. 2 overs, none for 11. And so Smith Patel will come back into the fray here. And he starts with a ball with the delivery back of a length. Pace off. It's just a little bit of pace variation. Well disguised in the end. So 41 balls to get through here for the Texas Cowboys. Can the Florida Sharks pull this back to a respectable total that's chaseable for them? Missing 2 of their big batters. And a couple of dots to start for the Florida Sharks. And Abhijit Gawadi, he moved into a position at backward square. Protection in the deep, a number of players out. And ball is tugged away, but diving stop at third man. And so single then to Rizwan. 120 for 4, 39 balls remain. Smith Patel turns in the distance, will run away from the meter center and into Side Hider, and this will be a wide as he misses his line there. So we'll have to reload and bowl again. So Captain Kirk Thompson goes in and has a word with his speedster, and giving him either a word of encouragement or suggesting what bowling he needs to do. So 121 for 4 it is, does not deliver this time. So wide ball indicated, or rather a dead ball indicated by umpire Rowan McFarlane. The McFarlane and Brian Kane doing duties in today's doubleheader. Both very experienced umpires. This one is whipped away towards Abhijit Gawade, and single then to Hyder. Gets him off strike. But Abhijit, the man on for Rajnanan. Rajnanan, again, carrying an injury from the prior match against the Carolina Eagles. And this one is hit well. This is going to go. And it's gone the distance. And so a good clean strike from Rizwan Mazar. Ball full in the slot, and he hammered it. And so that's the 5th CBTF maximums of the afternoon from the Texas Cowboys. And so Mazar into double figures. He goes up to 10. "37 balls remain, or 5 or 6 overs after this one." Sun is back out. And good work by Side Hyder. Just retrieving the ball. A trick with the bat there to get the ball from the ground up into his hand. Turned into the onside. Protection at fine leg, but that can't stop one. The over comes to an end. 10 runs coming from it. And so with 14 gone, it's 129 for 4.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cptfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cptfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So 1-2-9 for 4. 6 overs remain here for the Texas Cowboys. Tasting shake continues and starts with conceding a single down the ground towards the long off area. And Ronaldo is positioned out there. Can't stop one. Here is Shake. This one is pulled. Vacant backward square. Poor delivery. Given the treatment. And it's smashed away. And so good looking runs for Side Hyder. He continues to bat very capably. And continues to keep the scoreboard ticking at a very nice clip for the Texas Cowboys. They're still going better than 9 and over. So on course for a total in the range of 180. And can the Florida Sharks pull this run rate back to at least restrict this total to some total around 160-ish, which is perhaps as good as they might ask. Given that they're a bit short-handed in the bowling department, one would think that 180 is probably a total that they would have to be mentally prepared to chase. But if they can, with this makeshift lineup, pull this rate back, this one in the air, man in the deep, comes in, and Garanshu Sharma out there can't make it into an opportunity for a wicket for the Sharks. So a couple more to Mazar. Pushes him up to 14. And so now 32 balls remain as Tyson Shake and is taking the batter on the pad. Can't score. And so the score remains at 137. Final ball of the 15th over, and then we'll be into the Fast Five. Beat the heat this summer with the Badham drink, courtesy of our associate sponsor, MTR. This one is tugged away. Will be another boundary here. So a good over this from a Cowboys standpoint, as with that boundary, 12 runs come from the over. It's 15 done, 141 for 4.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So we're into the Fast Five. Ijaz Safi has been brought back into the attack. 1 for 15 from his first two. Starts with a good ball. That's defended up to short cover. And Safi has been one of the bright sparks in this bowling unit for the Florida Sharks. Him, Ronaldo Mohammed, another bright spark. Kellon Carmichael wasn't particularly bad. 2 for 30 from 4. One of his overs, the second, went for 17. Otherwise, would have bowled 3 very good overs. And this one is hit well into the mid-wicket region. Around comes Keelan Carmichael. Does well, keeping the batter to just a single. And so good work in the deep by Carmichael. Score pushes on to 142. So just 28 balls remain, or 4 overs after this one. Runner ball gets the Texas Cowboys to 170. And 170 if the Florida Sharks should hold this team under 170 given the start they had. Oh, this one is gone the distance. A big strike. A CBTF maximum. And Rizwan Mazar all over. A short delivery from Ijaz Safi. And you watch it here, hitting the wall as the backdrop at SUNY Purchase. Hitting it hard, hitting it flush. Ball is being examined. And I'm surprised that ball can continue, because it was hit mighty hard into that facade. This time is punched away through the offside. Gap in the offside. No protection, a deep extra cover anymore. And so another boundary here. And so, wow. 150 comes up for the Texas Cowboys. It comes up in over number 16, halfway, over the halfway point of over number 16. And it also brings up a 50 partnership, 54 to be fair, between Syed Haider and Rizwan Mazar. 29 contributed by Rizwan, 25 by Syed. As this one punched up into the offside, they think about a single. And Rizwan not interested in the end. Score remains at 152. 26 balls remain, or 25 actually. So 1 ball remain here in the 16th over. And this one hit well down the ground towards Mohammed, and he picks up cleanly. Just 1 from the final ball. Over ends with 12 from it, and so with 16 done, it's 153 for 4.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So Ronaldo Ali Mohammed comes back into the attack. Will be a bye here at least. So we get confirmation from umpire Kane. So Ronaldo 2 for 11, 2 overs for 11 coming in. So he has been one of the bright sparks from an economy rate standpoint in this short shrift bowling unit that is the Florida Sharks. They're missing a couple of their key guns, and this time ball is eluding the swing of Side Hyder. 32 from 27. Here's a Hyder. So he has done well enough without being spectacular. Should have been dismissed a long time ago. The well played. This one is guided into that third man, widest third man region between backward point and wide third man. And so that's good looking runs, very effective. Quality execution on the part of Side Hyder as he pushes up to 36. And so Said going at 152, 153 strike rate. So 29 from 19. In fact, make that 128 strike rate, 36 from 28 balls, 36 from 28 Side Hyder. So very effective without being spectacular. This one is hit well in the air. This one will go. Another maximum here as we get confirmation from umpire Brian Kane. Side Hyder teeing off here on Ronaldo Mohammed. Couple of big strikes in this over. 11 conceded in the over so far with still a couple of balls remaining. As you see the ball flying over the tree there in the distance next to the sight screen. Side Hyder on the charge. Here is Mohammed. And this one again hit well up towards long off. This time only a single. But perhaps the damage already done in the over with still a ball remaining. Film 165. Rizwan Mazar comes back onto strike. He has done well. Side Hyder into the 40s. 43. Mazar now on strike. And he gets a good ball to close out the over. 12 runs from it. It's 165 for 4 after 17.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So 18 balls remain in the innings for the Texas Cowboys. 43 to Syed Azim Hyder. Rizwan Mazar on 29. Partnership of 67 between these two. 67 from 41 balls as the captain has taken the ball himself. So he will insert himself into the attack here. So Kirk Thompson. And so he comes in for Tayson Sheikh. 2 overs for 21. Ali Mohammed 3 overs, none for 22. His first 2 overs cost him 10 runs. The last one cost him 12. So the So Kirk Thompson just trying to get through these last 18 deliveries. So he comes in himself. This one is pulled into the backward square region. And in fact, it's gone for a maximum over deep mid wicket. So bowled into the surface by Kirk Thompson and given the treatment by Side Hider. That pushes him actually close to a personal milestone. He goes up to 49. 49 from 31. Here is Thompson again. And this time it's being pulled towards backward square. This will bring up 50. And so 50 comes up for a Hider. And his 50 comes up from 32 balls. He is batted for 61 minutes, has struck 3 CBTF maximums and 4 fours, striking it at 156, 156 strike rate. Good 50, productive, the second 50 of the innings for Side Hider. So 172 for 4 then the total. This one hit well again towards straight mid-wicket. Killan Carmichael is in the way. And so the batters cross for 1. And so with 15 balls remaining, a short thrift Florida Sharks bowling unit missing the likes of Raj Nanan, who's injury plagued coming in. And so what can they do from here to sustain the effort? This one is taking a thick outside edge and running away towards the third man region for another boundary. And so not in control, but effectively picks up a boundary. And so that's 4 more to Side Hider. He goes up to 54, 177 then for 4. And Kirk Thompson, this over is gone for 12. So far, still a couple of balls remaining. And Thompson, not sure if probably should be going for the slow bowling here. This one hit in the air to the onside. Around comes 2 fielders, and they can't get there in the end. It was Raj Nanan coming around, and in the end, the ball falls in. Again, Nanan going half pace, only operating effectively with one hand for the most part. So 178 for 4. Rizwan back on strike. He's on 30. Swinging this one again towards the backward square region. Smith Patel does well. Keep the batters to just 1. So the over comes to an end. 14 from it. It's 179 for 4 with 18 gone.
As per the performance of the previous year, we can see that. हाँ बेबी, कुछ नहीं.
सुबह क्या भूल गए?
Breakfast भूल गया. कर लूँगा.
इतनी बार बोला है, ऐसे मत लेट
So
किया करो.
3 minutes.
अभी तुम्हारी ट्रीट में एसिडिटी हो
बेबी
रही है.
रखूँ. हाँ.
बेबी की चिट चैट 3 मिनट्स में इम्पॉसिबल, मगर MTR का 3 मिनट उपमा जस्ट ऐड हॉट वाटर, मिक्स, कवर और 3 मिनट्स में रेडी. MTR 3 मिनट ब्रेकफास्ट, इंडिया का ब्रेकफास्ट.
So Ronaldo to finish up. Oh, this one is it well into the deep. Killan Carmichael looks up. Oh, almost pulled it back, but it's gone the distance in the end. Adding insult to injury here as Rizwan Mazar gets one on the verge. Was Killan Carmichael trying to pull it back. And you see it there just going over. And so 185 then, the total 11 balls remain. Ronaldo Mohammed going too short perhaps. And he goes This time a bit fuller. Ball takes a thick outside edge, flies up to wide third man. And so the batters scramble through for one. And they amble in the end, amble through. Easily taken. And so this will be a big chase here for the Florida Sharks, undermanned as they are. This total may be a bit beyond their reach, as this one is punched away again up to the widest third man position. They'll get another single here as the throw comes back into Larondo Best. And this over, one that's perhaps will be a testing one. This is the 19th for Mohammed. This is his last over. Has conceded 30 runs so far. This one into the block hole, and the ball is played up to Thompson at long on, and the batter scrambled through for one. So just 8 balls remaining in the innings for the Texas Cowboys. They won the toss earlier this afternoon. Elected to bat first. This one hit in the air towards Kellen Carmichael. Watches it go over. Gone the distance. Another maximum. And so that's 6 more pushes Hyder up to 62. 194 on the board then. And the Florida Sharks could be chasing a total in excess of 210. We're just 1 ball remaining in the 19th over. And this one is hit well straight to backward point, and it's taken. That's the end of side hider. He goes finally. It's 62 to him from 37 balls. 194 for 5. So 15 off the over. Tessin Sheikh with the catch. And so 1 over remain, 194 for 5. And side hider walks off. He gets an applause from his teammates, deservedly so. And so just 1 over remain. As the new batter walks to the middle, you see our title sponsor coming up there, CBTF, Speed News, fastest cricket news in the world. And the last over here, final 6 deliveries of the innings. And you see Johan embracing Syed Azim Hyder, who really had a brilliant day at the office with the bat. And the new batter walks to the middle. And it's Gaurav Grover. Actually, he will be at the non-striker's end. So Grover. So Rizwan on strike, and the last over here. And this is Ijaz Safi to bowl it. And he's bowled him. Cleaned him up. Rizwan swinging for the fences. He has to go. And so Grover will look on for the moment. But Rizwan Mazar has the furniture disturbed. And so Smith, in fact, Ijaz Safi strikes with the first ball of his final over. And it's 194 for 6. 194 for 6. And the question is, can the Florida Sharks get out of this innings by holding the Texas Cowboys under 200? They have 5 deliveries to try to do so. As the new batter walks to the middle, Sufyan Rahil walks to the middle. And so he will be the man on strike. Gaurav Grover stands at the non-striker's end for the moment. So Sufyan will have 5 balls. 5 balls remaining in the innings for the Texas Cowboys. Here is Ijaz Safi. And And this one is steered away up to third man. Gaurav Grover, they get away quickly. Take one. And so now 4 balls remain. Grover on to strike for the first time. The Texas Cowboys will end up setting a total that will require a chase in the region of 10 and over. Not an easy ask. And so the Florida Sharks will have their work cut out for them here this afternoon. The champions of Phase 1 have struggled here in Phase 2, and their struggles may continue. Here is Safi. Bowls a good ball, played up into the offside. Oh, what work done there in the onside. It could be Kevin Stout picking up and throwing down the stumps. And good work, brilliant bit of work. And so Gaurav Grover has to go. He goes run out, so it's still 195 for 7.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है. इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com. यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो. विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So Sufyan tugs it into the onside, and they go for 1. That's all they'll get. The new batter is Danusha Fernando, who is now come on to strike, and so Fernando will take guard for the first time from umpire McFarlane, with a couple of balls remaining here in the final over. Ball hit well into the offside. Protection at deep extra cover. They'll only get 1. And so, in fact, it looks as if the Florida Sharks may get out of this final over with holding the Texas Cowboys under 200. That may not have looked possible at the beginning of the over. 2 wickets in the over already for Safi, as he is bowled 2 for 30 with 1 ball remaining. The final ball. And this one is hit in the air towards the offside. 2 men converge. Coming around is Garanchu Sharma. Cannot take it. And they're back for a couple. So 2 to close it out. They end at 199 for 7. 199 for 7. And so 10 and over will be the ask. 200 from 20 overs at an asking rate of an even 10 will be the ask for the Florida Sharks when they take their turn at the wicket. So we'll pause and come back on the other side of the break when the Florida Sharks will go in search of 200 needed for victory.
Welcome. This is the game between Texas Cowboys and Florida Sharks. We had amazing innings here from Syed Haider. Syed, you scored amazing 60 plus. What was your reaction when you got onto the field, and how was it batting there?
It was good. The situation wasn't in our favor. We got some 2 early wickets, but the runs were coming. So all I had to do was just stay positive and keep rotating the strike, and that's what I did. Once I settled in, and then the runs were coming. So we put up a good total. So hopefully we could defend it, and I have faith in my bowling lineup. So yeah, definitely will put up a good fight and defend the score.
Very good. And when you were batting, was this coming natural to you, or were you targeting specific bowlers?
No, I was just trying to stay positive, play with what the ballers were giving me, not trying anything extra. Because we lost 2 early wickets, so my goal was to just stay positive. Whatever the ballers were giving me, just take that and keep and just push take my batting to like the last overs, and then try to target the bowlers.
Thank you, and all the best for your
Thank
game.
you.
Yeah. I also have Johan here with me, and he's supported by Jihan. So, Johan, when you went into batting, you guys were scoring at a very rapid pace. You scored another 60 plus runs, very fast score. What was your reaction when you went there? How was it batting over there?
So he's telling so we have to win this game, so we need to get a good score to defend. So he had to bat well and make a good partnership and build up a good score.
And were you specifically targeting any bowlers, or you just playing your natural game and hitting 4 6s on loose balls?
Yeah, he's telling he played his natural game. That's how he bat. So it just came naturally. Yeah.
And 199 is your score. What do you think? Can you defend it?
So he's telling we have to bowl really good to defend this score. When we compare with other games, the team bat second, score 200 plus, and they chased well. So we have to bowl well.
All right. So the news here is Johan and Syed Haider both scored 60 plus scores here, and they scored 199 as a team. Florida Sharks has to chase 200. We'll be back after the break.
So the umpires make their way out to the middle. Umpire Brian Kane and umpire Ron McFarlane. The batters are also headed out to the middle. Keelan Carmichael and Raj Nanan. And so it will be a chase requiring 10 and over right from the outset. An even 10 and over for the Florida Sharks, the champions of Phase 1. Playing a bit short-handed, and also with Raj Nanan struggling here. He has an injured right index finger, or rather injured left index finger, and so he will nonetheless fight through the pain and head to the middle to see if he can help his side to challenge this 200, and he will be the man first up on strike. And so Nanan, Carmichael head to the middle, and you see the fielding team taking the field here, the Texas Cowboys, knowing that if they can hold this Florida Sharks team under 200, that they will improve their standing in the USPL. Right now, the Texas Cowboys sit at 1-4. They've only won one game through this round, so 1 from 5, and they are looking to go 2 from 6, and then if they should get to 2 from 6, then that would drop the Florida Sharks to 2-4, and perhaps Texas Cowboys may inch ahead on net run rate depending on where this one ends up. So the net run rate, an important factor here. Two teams at the top. Pennsylvania Cavaliers leading with 10 points, 5 from 5, so they're undefeated. New Jersey Titans are in second place. They won earlier this afternoon, so they are now sitting at 5-1, having played one extra game. And Carolina Panthers sit in third. They're 3-2, and they will be in action tomorrow as will the Maryland. In fact, Maryland Mavericks, they lost earlier today, so they sit in 4th place at 3-3. And so the Florida Sharks can either improve their fortunes to 3-3, or they may fall to 2-4. So there you have it. And then the Gothams and the Washington Hawks, they bring up the rear here on the table. Gotham's in 7th place, Hawks in 8th place, based on the net run rate differential. So it looks like Imran Raja will start the attack, and he'll bowl to Raj Nanan, the man who will be on strike. Carmichael stands at the non-striker's end. He'll have a look on for the moment, so he'll be in the catbird seat watching the action. First up, and the ball tossed by Senanayake to Johan Samara Wikrama. And so now Wikrama with it. Samara Wikrama with it gets it to Imran Raja. We're almost ready for the chase to get underway with a mammoth ask here for the Florida Sharks. Let's see what the champion's metal is made of. Can they challenge 200? That's the question to be answered. We are ready for play. You hear the voice of Brian Kane, umpire Brian Kane. We're ready for play. Raj Nanan on strike. Here is Imran Raja with the first ball. And it will be a dead ball first up as he runs through. Does not deliver. Bowling to a relatively balanced field. Only the two men outside the circle are Rizwan Mazar at long on. And then the second man out is actually down at backward square. And so they're up and away is Raj Nanan, taking off quickly for his first. And in fact, I take it back. The second man out was at deep extra cover, and in the form of, looks like it could be Danusha Fernando, the man. In fact, not Danusha, it might be Safwan Ahmed that was out. Was out at deep extra cover. So Raj Nanan is up and running straight away. 10 and over is the requirement. Not an easy ask by any means, but Texas Cowboys are looking to improve their record in search of their second win in Phase 2. Meanwhile, the Florida Sharks are looking to draw even, looking to get to a 500 record, 50% win record. They've lost 3 of their 5 so far. So here is Carmichael facing Imran Raja, who runs away from us. And he will concede a wide as the ball well outside the off stump. So that adds 1 to the tally straight away. So he'll have to reload and re-bowl that one. So another wide conceded. So straight away, he has lost the plot straight away, has Imran Raja. A couple of wides conceded. Swing and taking a thick outside edge, running away. And so first time up off the blade is Kellen Carmichael. He's up and away. And so he's up and running. 7 on the board then after just 2 balls, or 2 legal deliveries. And so Florida Sharks, a big ask here. They'll have to keep their foot on the pedal right from the outset. And they need to go at 10 and over throughout. The only thing that can sort of bring that run rate down is for them to go big in these power play overs. Perhaps if they can go 70, 80, 90 from the power play, that would sort of reduce the equation on the back half. So that has to be like one of the things that the Florida Sharks are thinking of. They have to come up with a plan here to attack this 200. Not an easy ask, and this surface can be a little tricky at times. Sometimes the ball does play low. An experienced bowler is Imran Raja. Gaurav Grover, also a man with a lot of experience. Adil Shawan, also quality bowler, but this bowl, oh, he's pulled on. So ball keeping low, just as we have said, didn't get up whatsoever, and so the first wicket falls. Kellen Carmichael, he goes first up. It's already 7 for 1. Carmichael is headed back to the hut. So the new batsman walks to the middle in the form of Garanshu Sharma. And so he'll come in here with a couple of balls remaining in the first over. Already the Texas Cowboys have struck and struck early. And so they've pushed this Florida Sharks chase already on the back foot. Sharma up and running straight away as he gets off the mark. One ball then to face for Rajananan. They need 10. They already have 8, but they have lost one of their openers back in the hut. So not a long stay for Kellen Carmichael. Again, not ill-advised to play on the back foot on this surface. Ball was short and didn't rise much. He was already committed to being on the back foot. Couldn't make the adjustment. Saw the middle stump knocked backwards. Here is Imran Raja. Ball is tugged into the onside. Finds the gap. Man gives chase. Can he get to it? No, he can't. So that will run for a boundary. They needed that, and so that will close out the over. 12 runs from it. It's 12 for 1 after 1.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है. इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com. यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो. विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So Gaurav Grover has been given the ball to continue the attack here for the Texas Cowboys. Cowboys again looking to defend 199. did pick up the wicket of Killen Carmichael. He fell cheaply in over number 1, went for 4. And first ball tugged into the onside. Can't beat Safwan Ahmed, posted at mid-wicket. Gaurav Grover, an experienced campaigner. A very, very good off-spinner. And called upon here to restrict this team. So another wicket goes this time. As we'll watch the replay here. He's been bowled. And so it's now 2 down. Garanchu Sharma doesn't last long. He is on his way. And so it's now 12 for the loss of 2 wickets as we see the replay upcoming here. And we may, in fact, not have the angle. So so the score goes, it's 12 for 2 in over number 2. So the new batsman walks to the middle. It's Kevin Stout who heads to the middle. And he will join Raj Nanan. And the ball is worked away to the onside. No chance to score. So Gaurav Grover, we've talked about how good he is, how good an off-spinner he is. Really does well at the top of the order, and bowling in the power play in particular, very, very good. In fact, in fact, I keep saying off spinner. He's a left arm orthodox is Gaurav Grover, and leg by is the indication. So that will get Kevin Stout off strike, so he's still yet to get off the mark. 13 for the loss of 2 wickets. As Raj Nanan will survey the field here at SUNY Purchase. Now the sun is out in all its glory. 187 runs are needed from here. From just 18 overs after this one. Asking rate is 10 and over, which is a very imposing ask all the way through. And Raj is defending. And the score remains unchanged. So if the Texas Cowboys should emerge victorious here, they'll improve their prospects to possibly get into championship play, as Raj is playing this one up to a third-man position, and that will close out the over. Just 1 run from it, a successful over for the Texas Cowboys. It's 13 for 2 after 2.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So ball tugged into the onside by Kevin Stout. So he is up and running after 3 deliveries. Florida Sharks were looking to defend their championship from Phase 1 and have not been able to really get a foothold in this Phase 2 of the tournament of the championship so far, and struggling at 1 and 4. And in fact, they're struggling at 2 and 3 as Raj Nanan pulls this one behind square for a boundary. And so 4 good-looking runs to Raj Nanan. And Raj, despite having the injured index finger on the left hand, which forced him out of contention in the bowling department, has been sent to open the innings here for the Florida Sharks. And they'll need him to bat deep here for the Florida Sharks to have a chance. They'll also need someone in the batting lineup to actually step up here and get some runs. Kirk Thompson is in the hut. So too is Ronaldo Ali Mohammed, both of whom are very dangerous batters, can change the complexion of a game in a very short time span. Orlando Best also in the hut. Deepak Chavan, as this one will be called a wide as it's angled away towards the leg side. So 19 then the total on the board. Extras are 4, 3 of which are wides, 1 leg by. And so with 17.4 overs remaining, still an uphill climb for the Florida Sharks. Oh, hit well down the ground. No chance for long on. And that goes away for 4. So Imran Raja under the gun. Raj Nanan on the go. And you see, in fact, nothing to see there, but 23 already on the board for the loss of 2 wickets. It's 23 for 2. Oh yeah. So 23 for 2. Swing and a miss. Ball outside the off stump, and Raj Nanan having a go. And the problem for the Florida Sharks is that they'll have to have a go almost at everything. Can ill afford to take any overs or any delivery off. And so while the batters will have to be judicious in how they approach this chase, they have a very thin margin for error. As this one keeping low, shoulders, arms is Raj Nanan. So 1 delivery remaining in the 3rd over. They need to go at 10 and over. So if this one clicks over and they're shy, that will push the asking rate up. Already it's at 10.3. So if they should close out this over without getting to or very close to 30, an asking rate is going to start to climb. Oh, shortish ball, and is he caught? It's been given. So caught at the wicket is Raj Nanan. He has to go a short pitch delivery, and he looked to pull. Ball came off of something. He is disagreeing Umpire Brian Kane had seen enough, and that's the third wicket to fall here. It's 10 runs from the over, but more importantly, the Florida Sharks lose their third wicket. It's 23 for 3.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So the captain steps to the middle. Kirk Thompson, and he'll be at the non-striker's end as Gaurav Grover continues. And good work by Safwan Ahmed at mid-wicket, keeping the ball on the square, and looking to build some pressure here on these batters. And a swing and a miss. So a couple of dots to start for the Texas Cowboys, and Gaurav Grover, the left arm orthodox, coming through, in fact coming around the wicket to Kevin Stout now. Stout on one, has faced 5 deliveries so far, and the more deliveries he faces where he's not able to free himself, that will only build more pressure. Loud appeal. Umpire Ron McFarlane unmoved. Concerted appeal. An appeal that was confident, seemingly. They thought they had their man trapped on the crease. But umpire McFarlane disagrees. 23 then the total for the loss of 3 wickets. 99 balls remain. Gaurav Grover looking for more damage here. Looking for more scalps. This one hit up into the offside towards the extra cover region. This one will actually pierce the gap perfectly, and so Kevin Stout is up and running. He gets a boundary, and so the Florida Sharks total pushes up to 27. Yes, down to 173. So Gaurav Grover has picked up 2 already. In fact, has picked up 1 wicket, 2 to Imran Raja. 3 wickets have fallen inside the power play here for the Florida Sharks. They're under the gun here at SUNY Purchase. Sun is out in all its brilliance as the afternoon winds down. Just 4:50 p.m. Eastern Time in New York, in the Harrison area, just outside the New York City region. So Harrison, perhaps about 30 miles north of Manhattan and just above the Bronx area of New York City. This is Westchester County. Beautiful playing facility up here in Westchester, as the final delivery of the over results in no run. The over ends then with just 4 runs conceded. It's 27 for 3 after 4.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So Muhammad Ali Bajwa has been given the ball, so he'll come in to replace Imran Raja. Raja's 2 overs cost him 22 runs. Did pick up a couple of wickets. Garaf Grover 2 overs, 1 maiden, 1 for 4. And Muhammad Ali Bajwa now has come into the fray. So a maiden wicket for Garaf Grover in over number 3, in over number 2 actually, his first. So he is off to a good start, but rested for the moment in favor of Muhammad Ali Bajwa. So he'll operate here to the captain, Kirk Thompson. And Kirk Thompson may have to play a captain's knock this afternoon if they should challenge this 200 total. And even if they don't get over the line, the Florida Sharks will have to try to get as close to that total as possible to not severely impact their net run rate. Their net run rate as it stands, is negative. In fact, right now they're negative 0.3711. And if they should lose badly here, that net run rate will skyrocket. Not sure what the issue is here, but Kevin Stout goes down. He's having a long conversation with Garaf Grover and pats him on the shoulder. So whatever that was, they seem to have sorted it. 27 for 3. So Kevin Stout is now back in his customary position at the non-striker's end, just leaning on the bat there. And Bajwa will wait then in the distance, and now he's ready to move. When this one is hit well, can't beat Safwan Ahmed. And so Safwan keeping things tight for the moment, as the Texas Cowboys could not have asked to get off to a better start, defending 199. Not only have they been managed to restrict the Florida Sharks here, but they have done so by picking up wickets at regular intervals. Wickets falling at 7, 12, and 23. So wickets falling, 1 in the first over, 1 in the second, 1 in the third. And so they are off to a good start, the Cowboys, as they look to defend 199. A swing and a miss, ball outside the off stump. So a good couple of deliveries for Bajwa to start. And Florida Sharks, again, no margin for error. They can ill afford to fall behind this the asking rate in this particular chase, as it doesn't get any easier from here. As the asking rate goes up, the more difficult it will be to score. And question is, do the Texas Cowboys have that winning mentality to press home their advantage? We've seen them lose from some very commanding positions and games that they should have won. They actually lost. The only game that the New York Gothams have won was over the Texas Cowboys, a game which was low scoring, and somehow they had the game to win and allowed it to get away in the very final over. This will be a wide ball. We get the indication from umpire Brian Kane. And so one more added, the score goes up to 28. And if we should go back to that New York Gotham's game against the Texas Cowboys. So Washington, the Texas Cowboys were this one hit well into the gap. Man comes around, does well, and that's Danusha. And able to keep the batters from being able to advance their total. In fact, they do advance their total as Kevin Thompson actually gets off the mark and was able to prevent the batters from getting a couple. So 29 for 3. As Kevin Stout back on strike. He's faced 9 balls so far for his 5 runs. So we'll need to get a beat on it, get a move on it here. Kevin Stout cannot afford to be bogged down as this one is collected by Side Hider. And so the score remains unchanged at 29. And if we should go back to the game that the Texas Cowboys lost to the New York Gothams, that was back on Sunday, July 24th. The Cowboys posted 105 all out and had the New York Gothams struggling, reeling at one point. They were at 68 for 7 after 12 overs, and then it all fell away as the New York Gothams were able to get home by 3 wickets. First of all, it was a low-scoring affair. It was a subpar batting performance by the Cowboys on that occasion. And then the Gothams, whom are struggling throughout in that chase, were able to get home in the end, as the Cowboys in the latter stages just allowed it to escape. But that's the only victory the Gothams have had as the over comes to a close. Only 2 runs from it. And in fact, after 5, it's the Florida Sharks chasing 200 for victory at 29 for 3.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So 29 for 3 after 5. Asking rate starting to climb as we would have expected. It's up now to 11.4. You see it there on screen. At the bottom of your screen, 199 for 7 is the first score on the bottom, the very bottom of the screen. That's the total posted by the Texas Cowboys. The next score, the numbers you see there, those are the numbers of overs, 20 overs. And then a 170, that 171 is the amount of runs remaining to be scored from 15 overs. Asking rate, you see it there, 11.26, as that delivery tugged into the onside for a boundary by Kirk Thompson. He pushes up to 5. 3-3 for 3. The total on the board here. Florida Sharks trying to stave off another defeat. They've had 3 on the season so far. The Texas Cowboys have had 4. And so 2 teams looking to get big, as this one is taking a Swiss cut, as they say. And it's run away down to vacant fine leg area for 4 more. And so Kirk Thompson swinging for the fences, not hitting the ball out of the middle of the blade, but effective in getting boundaries, consecutive boundaries. And they need a big over, and they can't afford to take an over off against anyone. And so even the experience of Gaurav Grover being tested here by Kirk Thompson, the captain, just looking to go after Grover And they'll have to look to target almost everyone. He can't afford to, in fact, target anyone in particular. Oh, hit well. This one is hit out of the playing area. Gone for a maximum. And what a strike by the captain. Oh, a big over this already. 16, in fact, 14 off the over so far. And Kirk Thompson climbed all over that one and smashed it out of the playing area. This one will take some finding. So you hear the words of support coming from the Florida Sharks Players Pavilion. It's Kirk Thompson, the captain, being implored to keep it going, that he can do it. You can do this. You heard the words there, 43 for 3. And they need to get back on the course, and they need a big over perhaps to do that. 3 balls in this over already. Gaurav Grover under pressure, having conceded 14. And it now comes down to, can he restrict the remaining damage in this over? Can he mitigate further damage? And if so, how much more can he stave off, as Kirk Thompson is on the go, looking to go after everything. And when he hits it, it stays hit. Did go across the line of that delivery, so perhaps not the best approach, but very effective. Once he middles it, it's gonna go. Goes again big. This time it goes up over backward point, running up to the boundary. It will be 4 more. 4 more. And so Kirk Thompson has taken 18 off the over so far. And not taking any prisoners here. He's looking to test his batting prowess against one of the very best, Gaurav Grover, under tremendous pressure. Here is Grover. And now fielder position differently at backward point. It's in the air this time. Going perhaps once too many. And it's taken, caught at short cover. And so that's the end of the captain. He's looking to go big once too many. And so in the end, Gaurav Grover strikes. And I think it would be Sufyan, in fact, Jihan, the man there who comes down with it, Jihan Senanayake. And so that's the end of the captain. It's 47 for 4.
As per the performance of the previous year, we can see that. हाँ बेबी, कुछ नहीं.
सुबह क्या भूल गए?
Breakfast भूल गया. कर लूँगा.
इतनी बार बोला है, ऐसे मत लेट किया करो.
3 minutes.
अभी तुम्हारे पेट में एसिडिटी हो
बेबी
जाएगी.
रखो. हाँ.
बेबी की चिट चैट 3 मिनट्स में इम्पॉसिबल. मगर MTR का 3 मिनट उपमा जस्ट ऐड हॉट वाटर, मिक्स, कवर और 3 मिनट्स में रेडी. MTR 3 मिनट ब्रेकफास्ट, इंडिया का ब्रेकफास्ट.
So Ronaldo Mohammed strides to the middle. He replaces his captain, Kirk Thompson, who falls for 19 from 8 balls. 1 CBTF maximum and 3 fours to go with it. Here is Gaurav Grover. And gets a ball that keeps low is Mohammed. So on the back foot, we saw him trapped on the crease just last week, and you believe he would have learned his lesson here not to play on the back foot. But he does survive the one delivery that remained in the power play. And so power play over. It's 47 for 4.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cptfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cptfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
And this one is hit well down the ground and up towards Dinusha. And batters scamper through for 1. So Stout gets off strike, brings Ali Mohammed back onto strike. Ali Mohammed needs a score here for his team. They're at 48 for 4, struggling here in the with the power play just concluded. Kevin Stout gave it away. Rather, Kevin Thompson gave it away. Kirk Thompson gave it away on the final ball of the last over. And again, these can't afford any mishaps here. The Florida Sharks, and they're struggling here to get a rhythm to this chase. No momentum at this point, and finding the going a bit difficult. No rest for the weary. They have been under the gun, courtesy of Imran Raja at the top. Then Gaurav Grover has come back with a couple of wickets. And so the 50 comes up here in over number 7, halfway through the 7th over. But they're still off course. They needed 10 and over right from the outset. Asking rate has started to climb up to 11.1 now. And so here is Bajwa. Hit well through the offside. Has he found the gap? He has. And that will run away. Good looking shot from Mohammed. And so he is up and gunning from a boundary standpoint. And he pushes up to 5 straight away. 54 then for the loss of 4 wickets. And Ronaldo Ali Mohammed, a talented cricketer, very capable batsman, has performed at the West Indies under-19 level, has represented Guyana at the under-19 level as well. And so he can do it both at bat and ball. His team needs him to help to forge a response here to 200 that's needed. Can he help them to a position even if they don't win this match? Can he get them close to help their run rate situation? Again, a very eerie shot played by Mohammed. Can't afford to be on the back foot on this surface, and we've seen him struggle when the ball has been back of a length and he goes on that back foot looking to pull. The instinct is to go on the back foot, which for the most part is the right instinct, and that sort of see ball hit ball. The problem that they have had is at times the ball, even pitched back of a length, doesn't rise. As this one is in the air, hit to the offside, man comes in, not a good effort, and it allows that one to fall in just in front of the man out in the deep. And he walks back. It could be Rizwan Mazar out there, and Rizwan perhaps needed to do more there. Got off on a late start, and then in the end he had to sacrifice the body. Took that one off the shin, I believe, in the end. As the over concludes, 8 runs from it, 55 for 4.
ओपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So Ronaldo back on strike. He's on 6. Kevin Stout stands up the non-strikers end. Adil Naushawan has been introduced here. So another single taken. And the Florida Sharks total moves on slowly but surely. Back and across, punching this one up towards the deep extra cover region. Mazar is out there. They come back for the second. They'll get it easily. So 2 more to Kevin Stout. They need a partnership here. Are these the two to put some impetus in this chase for the Florida Sharks? They need 142 more. They're halfway through this 8th over, so 12 overs will remain after this. Adil Naushawan at times can be expensive, but does bowl a heavy ball. A good delivery, and he's knocked him over, or has he? He's still there, but beating all ends up and holding off the head. And in fact, he has been knocked over. And so Kevin Stout is walking. The celebration is ongoing. And so another one bites the dust. The 5th falls here at SUNY Purchase. It's the Florida Sharks in a spot of bother. They're being decimated here by the clinical display so far by the Texas Cowboys. 58 for 5.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So 58 for 5 as Adil Naushawan strikes in his very first over. Making light work of Kevin Stout, knocking him over. And he gets a good ball, does Deepak Chavan, new batsman who comes to the middle. And so he starts playing back and playing on the back foot. You here at SUNY Purchase, you do so at your own peril. And so Adil Naushawan into the act early here, getting a wicket. So here he is coming through and around again. And this one just tugged into the onside. Up towards Jihan Senanayake. That will close out the 8th over. 4 runs from it plus a wicket. It's 59 for 5 after 8.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So Dinusha Fernando has been given the ball here, so he will continue the attack. 59 for 5, 12 overs remain. 11.8 is the asking rate, and so 141 more are needed from these 12 overs, or 72 balls. And so Deepak will keep strike. Uphill climb this for the Florida Sharks. Swing and a miss. So already we see the Florida Sharks behind the 8 ball in this chase. They need batters who will still play good cricketing shots, get in behind deliveries, not just swing wildly at deliveries given the desperation of their situation. This one hit in the air, into the deep. Is this one going the distance? It's gone all the way. And so a CBTF maximum for Deepak Chavan, as he's away with a maximum. 65 for 6. They'll probably need a lot of those to keep themselves in the hunt, not even to get ahead, but to stay in the hunt here. And Deepak Chavan called upon to try to impact this game. If he can hit a few of those here in the middle, will lighten the load towards the end, but cannot just hit a few and go back into the hut. It will have to hang around for 5-6 overs perhaps to make the most of what's to come for these Florida Sharks. They need production, they need a win. In fact, both these teams need a win. One could make the argument that the loser will likely be out of contention. That said, the Texas Cowboys are in the lower position of the two, so in a worse position, and they need this win perhaps more than, while both need it, the Texas Cowboys certainly would, their chances would effectively almost be eliminated here. They're with a loss, and so for them to continue to have some mathematical probabilities, need to find a winning streak. This one is hit well through the offside. Pleasing looking shot from Chavan. They press for one. That's all they'll get as a strong throw comes in to side hider. And so that will push Chavan onto 8. Gets Ronaldo onto strike. Not much batting left in the hut for the Florida Sharks. They do have Larando Best, Ijaz Safi, Smith Patel. But if we're being fair, while they are capable batters, not match winning, possibly to take hold of this contest and grab it by the scruff of the neck and bring this home for the Florida Sharks, it will probably require either one of these two that's presently in the middle and then some cameos at the back end if they should get close. This one, through the hands and gone. So a chance there. Adil, I think it is, at backward point. And it's raced away. It's either Adil or Raja that's out there. And it's gone through him. Adil it is. Adil Naushawan. It was hit hard. And he put the hands up. It burst through the hands. and raced away. Boundary then to Mohammed. He survives an opportunity, and he pushes into double figures, going up to 11. So, should have been a wicket there for Danusha. Instead, insult to injury. It's 4 runs added onto his bowling figures. And this one is tugged behind square. Protection at mid-wicket, deep square leg. And it's Safwan Ahmed out there. So he will restrict the batters to 1. The over is completed, 12 from it. It's 9 gone, and it's 71 for 5.
जिंदगी में जीत उसी की होती है जिसके पास स्पीड होती है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cptfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cptfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So Adil will continue. His first over cost him 4 runs. Did pick up a wicket in the process. And a very important wicket at that. Picked up the wicket of Kevin Stout before Stout could get going. And this one tugged into the onside for a single. And the Texas Cowboys will not feel aggrieved conceding singles. When the ball starts crossing the boundary with regularity, that's when they'll have cause for concern. And so far, they've been very, very disciplined in their approach and have really defended this 199 stoutly. Asking rate now pushes up to 12. Another good over this already from Adil Naushawaan. And what Naushawaan does well is build up pressure at the beginning of the over. It starts with usually just a few dots to push the batters on the back foot, making them feel like they have to look to advance the scoring rate, which then puts pressure on them, forcing them to take risks. And risks often results in wickets for the bowling unit, the Texas Cowboys. This one smashed away up to backward point, can't score. So 4 dots in a row here from Naushawaan. So this is the Naushawaan we're used to seeing. The last couple of games we saw him being taken for a few, particularly 2 games ago. And at this time, single will close out the 10th over. We're at the midway point. 2 runs from the over. It's 73 for 5 after 10.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cptfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cptfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So back with the action, Danusha Fernando to continue. Starts with the ball that's keeping low and eluding side hider. Running away towards the fence. It will go away for byes. And we get the confirmation. 4 of them. And so that will help the Florida Sharks situation. 77 then for the loss of 5 wickets. 12.5 the ask. 123 needed from 10, call it, well, coming into this over. 127 were needed from 10 overs, asking rate 12.7. This one is punched away. And so Chavan on the go here, slaps it with disdain through the third man region. So that will push the total up to 81. And so Chavan is 13 from 12 balls. So he's going better than run a ball, but started out a bit shaky initially, but has found his footing here. Has found his sea legs and have started to swing the willow with confidence and consistency. Both batters here on 13. And if 13 is an unlucky number, they may want to get off that number as quickly as possible. Doesn't bode well for the Florida Sharks if you believe in superstitions. 119 more to get. We're into the 11th over of this chase. 199 for 7, the total posted by the Texas Cowboys when they took their turn at the wicket. An innings paced by 63 runs from Johan Samara Wikrama and Syed Azim Haider, 62. Well supported. This one hit well into the deep, and Sena Nayake makes no mistake. That's the end of Deepak Chavan. He has to go. The 6 wicket falls here. It's 81 for 6.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So Lorando Best strides to the middle. And so he comes out at with the Florida Sharks at 81 for 6. 81 for 6. And 119 more needed from 57 balls. Asking rate is 12 and a half. So doesn't get any easier from here for the Florida Sharks. And Dinusha picks up his first. Oh, cleaned him up. Oh, 1 ball, and now he's on a hat trick. Lorando Best has to go. He only sees 1 ball. And so a hat trick upcoming, hat trick ball upcoming here for Dinusha Fernando, as it's Smith Patel that walks to the middle, and Smith Patel will have to look to avoid another hat trick, which would be the second in the USPL. We've only seen 1 so far, and that one, I believe, actually was with this very team, as the hat trick would have been recorded. I want to say may have been not in this matchup. We'll go back and try to pick up where that hat trick was recorded, but nonetheless, this team has played particularly well, and it may have been wait here for this hat trick ball. Only had 1 hat trick in the USPL so far, and we'll go back and try to recall where that happened. So a couple of quality deliveries from Senanayake, from Dinusha Fernando, Sinanayake coming up with a nice, well-judged catch to send back Deepak Chavan. And then immediately after the first ball was a clean, a quality delivery that cleaned up Lorando Best. And so he did not he wasn't able to get bat on ball. Here's the hat-trick ball from Dinusha. And it's averted. Smith Patel just guides this into the onside. And there can be no run. 81 for 7. Clinical display so far by the Texas Cowboys. Not only have they come to the party with the bat, but they have done themselves quite a bit of good here with the ball. And if they should close this one out with the emphatic result that they're seeking, that could make a big difference in net run rate here, as they now will scamper through for a single, as a half-hearted attempt to stop the ball by Dinusha yields an extra run. So 1 run to close it out. A big over for the Texas Cowboys. 2 wickets, 9 runs conceded in it. It's 82 for 7 after 11.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
Adil continues, and he starts with leg by. So asking rates steadily climbing here for the Florida Sharks, and they might have called off this chase, as Ronaldo Mohammed has been off strike for quite some time. Any inkling that he might have had maybe as a sign of grandeur, as any thoughts he might have had of pulling victory from perhaps the jaws of defeat, maybe slipping away. Gets one that's flighted, opts to defend. Now they'll go through for a single. And so not good cricket on the part of the Texas Cowboys, just allowing an extra run there that may not have been there otherwise. Nonetheless, if that's the worst thing they do for the day, they would be thankful, as this one is being played into the backward square region. They go for 1. That's all that's there. And so one more. Singles won't hurt the Texas Cowboys' cause here, as they have been very effective at restricting this Florida Sharks unit, and they've picked up wickets all along the way, as this one is punched away through the offside. Can't score. So now they'll scamper through for 1, and they'll get it easily when all is said and done. That will close out the over. 4 runs from it. It's 12 gone. It's 86 for 7 after 12.
अगर आपके पास स्पीड है, तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता। इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com। यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो। विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead।
So it's back to Dinusha. Dinusha 2 for 17 from his 2 so far. And he'll bowl to Ali Mohammed. He's on 15 from as many balls. 86 for 7 the score on the board. Swing and a miss by Mohammed. And so the good bowling of the Texas Cowboys continue. It's been a struggle for the Florida Sharks almost from ball 1. They've been a bit depleted, hampered by injuries to a couple of their key players, including Raj Nanan. We didn't see him bowl a ball today. And throughout this season, they've counted on Raj Nanan to bring his all-round capabilities to the Florida Sharks lineup. This one hit well in the deep. Oh, up and over. Senanayake made a strong attempt to pull that one in. In the end, it beats him into the long on boundary. Mohammed pushes up to 21. 92 then the total. And so now 108 needed from 46 balls. If there is a final rights to be offered here, it may come down on, can only be averted by anything that Ronaldo Ali Mohammed may be able to do. And the question is, does he have it in the, does he have it, the ability to do it? He does. Does he have enough resources and enough delivers remaining? It would require a Herculean effort to get over the line from this position with 108 more needed from 46 at an asking rate of 14.1 would require something special. So the ball has been returned. Umpire Brian Kane will take a look, observe, make sure that he's satisfied that it's still in good condition to continue to be utilized. And so satisfied, has returned it to Dinusha. And so he's back with Dinusha. Here he is operating again. Short, pulled, mid-wicket, one bounce into the boundary, 4 more. And so Ronaldo Ali Mohammed not going away here. And taking the stick to Dinusha Fernando. Fernando guilty there of being a tad bit too short. And if it's one thing Ali Mohammed does well is pick length, and he picked that length early and just pivoted, wrapped all around it, smashed it through mid-wicket. Slower ball in the air this time. Does it? Will it be Senanayake? It is. He does the job. So the slower ball gets Mohammed. And he was through his shot well before the ball arrived. And so Jihan Senanayake making no mistakes, taking some good catches in the deep. Ali Mohammed, Ronaldo Ali Mohammed, he has to go. It's now 96 for 8. And when we said last rights before, that could well be it. As Ronaldo trudges off, and out goes Ijaz Safi, and Safi will, in fact, Tayson Sheikh it is that goes out, and so he will head to the middle, and Texas Cowboys look like they're going to complete a very massive victory here. Win by a wide margin would improve their net run rate immensely, and that's what's at stake. They may be looking, the Texas Cowboys, to go up to 2-4 on the season. More importantly, they're going to close their net run rate, impacted quite a bit here with this win. Should they push on to get there, still 103 runs ahead. Still, as this is worked away by Smith Patel, and he'll pick up a single. So 1 ball remaining in over number 13. Asking rate will start to climb even further. 14.4 it is right now, the asking rate. And 1 ball remain here in the 13th over. Fernando's bowled 3 for 28 so far, so he has come to the party, has supported Imran Raja's 2 for 22. Gaurav Grover's 2 for 22 with 1 maiden from his 3. Mohammed Ali Bajwa, none for 10 from 2. Adil Shawan has done well, 1 for 9 from 3. So all the bowlers have shown up here this afternoon. And a misfield there by Rizwan allows the batters to capitalize to pick up a single. The over comes to an end, 12 from it, but a successful over from a Texas Cowboys standpoint as they pick up the all-important wicket of Ronaldo Ali Muhammad. It's 98 for 8 after 13.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है. इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com. यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो. विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So we're back with the action, 98 for 8 the total. And it's going to be Safwan Ahmed who has been given the ball. So he'll have a go here. And he comes to the party with 102 more needed from 7 overs or 42 balls. And he starts with a dot. Oh, this is hit well. And this is going to go the distance. Gone for a CBTF maximum. Brings up the 100 in the process for the Florida Sharks. It's now 104 for 8. As Tayson Sheikh gets one that he can handle and pummels it out of the ground. Oh, tees off and hits this one well. So a couple of them back to back for Tayson Sheikh, and a no ball at that to add insult to injury. And so now a couple of big strikes here from Tayson Sheikh. And my word, that will hurt the Texas Cowboys run rate situation. And their net run rate situation, they were looking to wrap this one up. They still have a big margin here, but they will want to close this one out quickly without much further damage being done. But so far, Tayson Sheikh not playing around. 2 balls, he's faced 4 balls so far. 2 of them have gone out of the ground.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है. इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com. यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो. अगर आपके पास स्पीड है तो आपको कोई हरा नहीं सकता. इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com.
Oh, this one is hit well into the deep. Man comes in. Can he get there? Yes, he can. Yes, he can. That was a free hit delivery, though. And so he will come across for 1. And so the score up to 112. Had to run a long way. And did get there in the end, but was a free hit as the previous delivery was a no ball. And Gaurav, I think it is out there. This one hit well into the offside again. Does he pick the gap? He does. He does. He's found the gap. And so a big over this from a Florida Sharks perspective. Already 18 off the over with still a couple balls remaining. And Smith Patel takes a boundary. So Safwan Ahmed given a chance here with big margin for the Florida Sharks, or for the Texas Cowboys. And he has come up under a lot of pressure. Swing and a miss. They're going to run for some runs here. Are these extras? Let's wait and see. Could be buys. And so one buy added. So that pushes the total up to 117. One ball remaining here in this, the 14th over. 19 already conceded in the over. Can he get out of this over without any further damage? Safwan Ahmed under the gun. Taysin Sheikh says, no, you won't. Goes upstairs. It's in play for Senanayake. He makes no mistake. And so we'll have to figure out how many he has taken down there. Senanayake, that's his 4th catch in the deep. He's taken 4 catches in that region. Very safe pair of hands. The 9th wicket falls. It's now 117 for 9.
अपोनेंट चाहे कितना भी स्ट्रांग हो, स्पीड के आगे घुटने टेक देता है. इसलिए अपनी फैंटेसी टीम बनाने से पहले विजिट cbtfspeednews.com. यहाँ आपको मिले मैच प्रीव्यूज, टीम अपडेट्स, स्टेडियम स्टैट्स और बहुत कुछ, ताकि मैच कोई भी जीते, आपका प्रेडिक्शन कभी गलत ना हो. विजिट cbtfspeednews.com and stay ahead.
So the last man walks to the middle in the form of Ijaz Safi. And so Safi will be on strike here. And looks like Gaurav Grover has been reintroduced. Grover will bowl his final over. 3 overs, 1 maiden, 2 for 22. And so he comes in here looking to close things out for the Texas Cowboys. They're leading by 82 runs at the moment. And so an 82 run or some victory in that range will help their net run rate immensely. Hence the reason why I believe they've gone back to Grover, a wicket taker in his own right, clinical left arm spinner. And here he is. And this one is hit up to the offside. Can't beat No Shawan at short cover. And so the score remains unchanged. Gaurav. This one in the air. Is it Senanayake's time again? It is. He closes his out. That's the 5th catch he has taken. And you want to put on a clinic? Hit it to Senanayake. He makes no mistake. And so it all comes to an end. And Smith Patel goes well caught by Jihan Senanayake. And that's the end of the Florida Sharks charge. They lose by 81 runs. The Texas Cowboys have come to the party. They've delivered. They've batted brilliantly. And they've also put in a clinical display here that will help their net run rate immensely. It's an 81-run win for the Cowboys. And so we'll close it out there.
Welcome back. This is the great match we just witnessed between Texas Cowboys and Florida Sharks. Texas Cowboys won, very comfortably. And the man of the match for today is Johan Samara Vikrama. Johan, this was a fantastic innings by you. 60 odd runs, as I was talking to you earlier. What do you attribute this success to?
So he was telling we should win this game to stay in the tournament. So we had to put 100% to win the game. So he said he batted like that.
And now you have another game ahead of you. Do you want to repeat the same performance like you do today?
Yeah, he's telling we have to give 100% and try our best to win the game with a good margin to get through to the playoffs.
Excellent. Let me invite Dinkle Patel to give you the award for man of the match. Great job. Thank you. Thank you. Now I invite Imran Nazir, captain of Texas Cowboys. Imran, this was a comfortable win and the team really deserved it. What's your feeling?
काफ़ी अच्छी फीलिंग्स हैं क्योंकि अभी हमारे पास चांसेस हैं तो काफ़ी अच्छा फील कर रहे हैं अच्छी परफॉर्मेंस सब गाइज ने तो गुड फील
Very good. And Imran, one more match left. What is your game plan for the remainder to qualify for the playoffs, or would you like to give your 100% there too?
या इंशाल्लाह हम अपना 100% देंगे और हमें काफ़ी होप है कि हम इंशाल्लाह थ्रू करेंगे
All the best to you and congratulations. So that's the news from the ground here at SUNY Purchase. Texas Cowboys have comfortably won this against Florida Sharks, and we'll be back.